Hey everybody, I've got Sean here, the Digital Product Manager from Vicinity. Thanks for joining me today, Sean.
That's all right, thanks for having me.
So today we're here at Chadstone Shopping Centre. It is the fashion capital and it is one of the most beautiful shopping centres, if not the most beautiful shopping centre here in Australia. And I guess one of the things that I noticed immediately walking around is all the Christmas decorations. So they're up, they're ready. Question for you. What is on your Christmas list this year?
Christmas list this year? Probably a new coffee machine.
Oh yeah?
An
espresso or?
An espresso one. There's Melburnians. We do love our coffee. So.
On the media side of things, are you seeing a lot of stuff change in the industry? Like, for example, when I was loading up Google Maps today on the way here, I saw there was a Michael Hill Jewelers ad on the Google Map, and I'm assuming you guys don't get paid for those ads on Google Maps. So
No.
Are you seeing that, it is getting a little bit more competitive with the likes of Google when it comes to media?
Yeah, so Google's notorious for being ahead of the curve, but what you find is that they're actually just acquiring other companies that are ahead of the curve, and then they just undercut us as the landlord or something like that, where we don't have that kind of technology in-house.
These guys, like a Facebook and Snapchat and Bing, while we've always said that the competitive advantage for a landlord is that, this is a big slab of concrete, what's happening internally where these guys don't. But now there are people who are basically just walking around your property and, basically fingerprinting it themselves so then they can go and sell it off to Facebook, and now they do have the data.
Yeah, no, it's, yeah, exactly. So they're going to get around it somehow, but we'll try and keep control of it as much as possible and release what we want and what we can. But I think it's very important for us to retain our own data. The shoppers are in our centre, and if we can sort of retain that data leakage, that would be the best. But hey, tech companies are pretty smart. So.
What are you seeing on the technology front as like the big things that are going to help Vicinity compete with the big guys?
Definitely localization, so tracking new shoppers within the centre. Currently we have a connected Wi-Fi network, so we have the same in-centre Wi-Fi network connected through all 70 odd centres that we own.
Right.
So we know when a shopper leaves Chadstone and goes over to Emporium or Chatswood in Sydney, we know exactly when, where, and how they got. Well, not how they got there, but we know which entrance they've gone in, which shops they've visited. That localization and knowing exactly where a shopper has been, and we can sort of give them a profile. We can then advertise and sort of use that as well for our leasing team to get a better retail mix.
Right. And these new technologies that you're implementing, are they Australian companies, or are you gonna, look over to the Pacific to see the other countries?
We've looked everywhere. So we have a company that we work with quite a lot, who focus on beacons, called Lighthouse. They currently have the beacons in Chadstone, which Spotless currently use to track their cleaners and security for compliance reasons. So we're looking to potentially piggyback off the back of that. We're definitely looking for new technologies. We're really looking for non-infrastructure technologies, so technologies that are on device, something that we don't have to invest heavily in. Right. Because technology always changes, technology breaks, but we'd rather have a customer paying for that technology, being their phone or something like that, where they can upkeep and sort of it doesn't fall back on us. So
yeah, as an Australian company, I'm sure you want to source local Australian startups for all this new technology that's coming out. Do you feel like in the market in Australia that there is that presence, or is it still being built up right now?
It's definitely being built up. The startup industry or the technology industry is there, but it's very slow. Where we do source locally is in the physical hardware from where we get our kiosks designed and manufactured. That's all Australian. We source our hardware from Australian-based companies. Where they provide it from is probably your China or your North America. But we definitely do try and work with Australian companies.
Is there any other things that you're waiting on as it relates to technology? It's like, I wish somebody was doing this.
Probably on-device location. Location is the be-all and end-all. So we can find somebody that can provide a on-device accurate location on both Android and iOS. That's what we're looking for.
And are you seeing that just overall organization-wide that the role of digital is just becoming so much more important?
I think it's still it's definitely becoming important, and especially when more people are using those technologies to interact with the center or interact with their properties. The business is definitely looking at digital and looking at how they can invest in it.
Yeah.
So we have a whole data engineering team and a data science team. So we do have those capture points where we do build a customer profile on someone, and then we can send them down that marketing channel or that story as such. So yeah, we are looking to do that. We've got the Glen Shopping Centre just down the road where we're going to have residential, the shopping centre obviously, office tower, hotel, etc. So we are going to have a mini city there as well, which is going to be great. So yeah, we're probably going to see a lot of that coming out there.
And it is like really that trend that you're going to start seeing, living spaces and office spaces and all those things start, building themselves around these retail environments.
Yeah, definitely. Retail's definitely not as good as it was 5 years ago in centre, in the physical spaces. So yeah, we definitely have to look at mixed use.
Actually, I will bring this up though. I was at Roselands on Sunday, and I mentioned it to you, but I was there like 30 minutes before Roselands was closing, and I went up to the food court and I couldn't find a seat in the food court to save my life.
Yeah.
And then going downstairs to the main level where you guys just did that huge redevelopment, looks beautiful. I couldn't breathe. Like there were just so many people in there.
Well, that's one thing that Vicinity is focused on, is making destination places.
Yeah.
So it's a place where you go and meet up with your friends. It's a place where you go and have dinner as a family, because you've got all these, not only just fast food places now, but you've got actual restaurants. That idea of can't go to shopping centre for a decent meal, I think that's out the window. So yeah, you definitely got your traffic. It's more that spend.
Yeah. All right, my arm is going to fall off. So with that, thank you very much to you for coming on board and obviously sharing some of your thoughts and opinions on retail right now.
Yep.
And thank you very much.
Cool.
Cheers.